Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm excited about bringing on my first guest who has been on with me once before, and we're going to open up the lines to the audience. And listen up, people, because if you're in pain, if you want to turn around your age and make a difference for your health, your life, we're going to open up the lines to the audience for everyone to get entered in to win something. And so I'll be talking a little bit with Amanda Walstrom, and she is with LifeWave. Welcome to the show. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about what LifeWave is, but also how you got into it.
Yeah, awesome, Carol. Thank you so much, and I'm excited to be here with you again today. LifeWave is a 20-year-old company. It is a health and wellness technology company, and they develop phototherapy patches here. They started developing these patches 20 years ago for the Navy SEALs. So if it's good enough for the Navy SEALs, it's good enough for me.
I got it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so what they do is they use our body's own light to elevate and activate peptides and antioxidants that are already in our body. And then our body heals our body. It's that simple.
I mean, but you also said that we have in our bodies, we have stem cells, that they grow old. And they end up, after a certain amount of time, and I believe it's rather young, that they don't really produce anymore, correct?
Yep, exactly. So we are all born with massive stem cells, and those stem cells, as soon as we're in our mom's womb, that is what builds our organs, our tissues, our muscles. So everything is developed in our body from a stem cell. At the young age of 30, 50% of our stem cells go dormant. They don't go away, but they're dormant in our bloodstream, and they're not working to repair, heal, regenerate, or to keep us young. So that's why we start to get the wrinkles and the gray hair. It's because of our stem cells go dormant. So this patch actually elevates a peptide in our body. It's called a copper peptide. And that peptide, over 60 years worth of research, is proven to activate our own body's dormant stem cells. Nobody else's, no injections. It's our own stem cells. So there's no stimulants, drugs, or chemicals in the patch.
And they're safe?
Yep, 100% safe. There's zero side effects.
How did you get into it?
So I got into it because of my husband. So about 2 years ago, he had a disc replacement surgery that the doctors did not know his nerve was tethered to his spine, the nerve that raises his right foot. So he's a pilot in the military. He's a pilot for FedEx. And after the surgery, the doctors called and said, his back surgery went awesome. His foot doesn't work. Well, that's kind of a big problem, right? And so fast forward, about a year and a half into the journey, he's wearing a brace. He's not flying on long-term disability. And what the doctors were saying, was kind of the way the life was going to be. We didn't like that very much. And so we went down a rabbit hole to find an alternative medicine. And this is where we found LifeWave, because I figure God created our bodies to heal, and he created those stem cells, and he created that nerve, and those stem cells they built that nerve to begin with, and so, why can't they repair it? And that repair is actually happening as we speak. His recovery is going well. He's still wearing the brace, but he's not going to be wearing it in the future.
Foot? Actually, it starts up and down now?
Yep, so in the last show, Carol, after that night, drop foot is where his toes, he always says he can squish a Cheerio on the ground all day long. He just can't raise his toes up. Well, not the big toe, but all 4 toes. After our show that Friday, I came home and his toes were lifting off the ground.
Wow.
So
he wears the patch. Now, there's multiple patches, right?
Yep.
And we're going to open up the lines to the audience for everyone to get entered into win. You call this the dynamic duo. Because you can interchange them with one another and wear different ones at the same time.
Yeah.
You happen to be, you said before, all patched up. And one that you could see on Facebook, which we're live on Facebook to everybody out there. Hi.
Yeah.
You have one that obviously is showing right there. What's that one for?
Yeah, so this is the X39 patch. This is the flagship patch for LifeWave, because this activates your own body's dormant stem cells. And so that's, if you're going to do anything health-wise for your body, you want to start there, because that's really what can repair and regenerate your own body. Another patch that I have on, so this is how they come when you purchase them. There's 30 of these patches in an envelope, and the other patch that I have on is called the Eon patch. And as your body is activating its own dormant stem cells, we have a lot of inflammation. And so if you wear the Eon patch, that reduces your body's own inflammation and puts it into a parasympathetic state. So we have a lot of doctors and healthcare professionals on the team. You don't have to be to wear the patch, but they call this the dynamic duo.
And so we're going to open up the lines to the audience right now, and everyone can call throughout the rest of the show. You can get, it's a 30-day supply of each one of them.
Yep, exactly.
Right?
So you wear them for 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So you get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you put your patch on, you go along your day, hydrate, electrolytes are always best, and then 12 hours later, you take it off, and you do a new one the same next day.
So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Everyone's getting entered to win the dynamic duo of these 30-day patches. So, and again, it could be you or someone that you know. Please, everyone that's calling in, it's not just something free. We want you to understand that for people, because this is something that even if you got it, you know, you'll see a difference, but you want to continue. It's something that you want to continue doing too. The more that you do something, the better that you get. You've turned your life around. I know your skin, everything about you. You said you also have a story which we're going to talk about after the break. The website. What we're going to do is have you go to her Facebook page, because she thinks that's the best place for you to see all the information, which is Facebook at /Rose Vitality LLC, and you can check her out on all that stuff about it there. You can also call her direct. She does do free consultations. Her phone number is 623-826-6783, or call in here, and I'll let everyone call throughout the rest of the show to get the dynamic duo of these 30-day patches. And okay, Payne, tell us a little bit about some of the ones that they can see a difference with.
Yep. So here's what's really awesome about the patches. There's not many things in life that are a one-size-fits-all, but the patches, because the patch doesn't actually heal anything in your body, it signals your body to activate peptides and antioxidants that are already in your body, but as we age, that also decreases. So some things that you could, so let's say a professional athlete calls in and says, hey, Carol, I want those patches. And he says, I want to break my personal record. I'm going to say, awesome, you should wear the X39 patch. Then somebody calls and says, hey, Carol, I've got cardiovascular issues, or I'm really concerned about my cognitive decline. And you're going to say, awesome, you should wear the X39 patch, because it's your body that's going to heal your own body and get it back up and running the way that it is intended to do.
And we sort of lose our stem cells at the age of 30, where they go dormant. This is going to wake them up.
Yep.
It wakes them up, and it's your own. This is not something that you're injecting anything else. You don't have to inject in any way.
Nope,
That's what I like about that too.
Put a sticker on.
You put a little sticker on and you move on with your day. So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. How long, now obviously everyone's going to be different, I know, but how long does it take when you started to see or feel a difference?
Yep, so for me, it was in 1 week. I noticed I had a lot of energy after 1 week. The 30-day point, I noticed my skin completely changed. I mean, I don't wear makeup.
We're going to talk about this after the break.
Yeah, so I'm not going to get into it yet.
Because her skin is unbelievable. It really is. And we're not going to talk about gray hair and all that kind of stuff while I'm sitting here. But honestly, the main thing is that people are reaching out to feel better. Right? Yep. They're not getting the answers from their doctors. They're not feeling better, or they're getting more drugs and more drugs. They don't have to. And this is something that you've stumbled on, and you got your husband to take it, and it changed. It's a life changer. And she said if it's good for the Navy SEALs, it's good enough for her. The number to call and get entered in to win is 602-277-5369. Hang tight. We're going to be back in just a minute. Okay, we're going to keep on going.
Perfect. Yeah, and then I think I just thought there was something important that I wanted to say is we'll mention, yes, we'll talk about my thyroid and the hair. Actually, my gray hairs are coming back in my natural color, which is fun.
And that's kind of fun. I'm afraid if I do that, it was a waste of all this time. But, so for you, what do you feel is the most exciting thing about what you do?
It is when people call or they see something on Facebook, or I'm just telling them about it and they try them And sometimes somebody calls the very next day and says, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I feel incredible. I have a nurse team in South Dakota. I hope they're tuning in. They're going to watch this later. They're two wonderful ladies. They actually take care of my grandma in the nursing home. Mm-hmm. So they're blessings to us all. And she has, one of the nurses, fibromyalgia. Her hips go numb at night. She had a knee surgery to where she had like this cyst in her knee. And she's just exhausted, absolutely exhausted. And she's been on them now for about a week and a half. And the other nurses are like, what is going on with you? What has changed? She feels better. Her hips aren't numb anymore. She's sleeping better.
So it doesn't matter how old?
Nope, no, doesn't matter. And that's why you look at my son this morning, he has 2 patches on his back because he had a diaper rash and it really, really hurt. So I put him on his back, pain gone,
so when you were from a 2-year-old to a 90-year-old?
Yeah, yeah. And even though, my son has a lot of stem cells, but getting extra ones to go to something specific that your body needs just sometimes a little bit of extra oomph is great. Yeah, and so we'll chat about too is that, 6 weeks is kind of the normal range to notice something. It might not be what you expect to notice. Sometimes your body takes longer to heal one thing, but it's working on others. Yeah. So like your skin difference, sleeping better, less pain, those are things that people tend to notice sooner.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, I've heard about them. I've never tried them, but I do think that it's a cool technology.
Well, yeah, and then we'll talk about she was like, they don't mask a symptom. When you take a pharmaceutical drug, sometimes they're necessary. That doesn't fix your symptom. Or fix what's going wrong. It just masks
Don't
something.
Don't forget to tell you the mirror disclaimer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I will. I'll say that when I'm doing mine. I'll say the disclaimer when I'm talking about mine. It's crazy how fast the time goes. That was like 2 minutes.
Because it's not the real 15.
Yeah.
Because of these commercials. And I have a lot of them because people buy a lot of them.
Yeah.
So welcome back, everyone. Our lines are open here for everyone to get entered into win. It's the dynamic duo of these patches from LifeWave. They are a life changer. They change a lot of people's lives. You have helped so many people. You said that your grandmother, who is like 80 what?
Yeah, my grandma's 88.
88. So it doesn't matter how old or how long, this could really change your life. So we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered into win. These 2 patches, they're called, she's calling them the dynamic duo, and they are, it's a 30-day supply that you get, and our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free is 1-866-536-1100. You do free consultations. You have 100%. To talk to people all the time about it. You love talking about it, and her phone number direct is 623-826-6783, or call in here, get entered in to win the dynamic duo. You're going to be really happy that you did, whether it's for you or someone that you know. Most of us can use it, especially for the fact that I'm going to go back to it. Our stem cells go dormant at the age of about 30. And this is going to just make you feel better and change the way it can heal you from the inside out, and it's within your own self that you're doing it. Now, we waited till after the break, and I have to say, for anyone that's on Facebook, they're lucky to be able to see this. Your face is beautiful, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to put that on a recording. It's going to be my alarm. Yeah. I'm going to hear you talk every morning and have a great day.
Yeah, because you should. I mean, it's really unbelievable how, it's incredibly clear. It's there's no wrinkles whatsoever. And I don't know how old you are. It doesn't really matter.
Almost 42.
Wow. So you wouldn't look like that. You don't look 42 in any way. But also the cherryness in your skin, in your cheeks, right?
Yeah.
It's just amazing. And you have a story about your face and makeup, so go ahead.
Yeah, so I've never been one to wear makeup. But after about a month of wearing the patches, I noticed that my skin tone just got very, very clear. And rosacea is something that kind of runs in my family. And I was starting to get the rosacea on my cheeks, and you could feel a little pain and things. And now 100% gone. I went to my esthetician not that long ago, and she was kind of like, "Are you cheating on me? What's going on?" And she noticed a big difference in my skin too. So it's just the clearness, and I can tell like the tightening of my skin is just very, very well hydrated, and that's because this copper peptide also increases your own body's collagen production. So it's the skin on the outside, but also the skin on the inside of our body too, the collagen.
That's why she's all patched up, and she loves talking about it because she's changed so many people's lives. It will change yours. You can check her out on her Facebook. It's Facebook.com/Rose Vitality LLC. You can check her out, all the information there. The main thing is to have that consultation with you. What are your issues? Everybody has a different story and what their goals are. And there's several patches. Let's talk a little bit about some of them.
Yep, exactly. So here we've already kind of talked about these. So X39, stem cell activation. Eon is going to reduce your inflammation. We have another patch that's called the X49. That elevates a different peptide in your body. That peptide is more specific to a different area, so it's your muscles and your tissue. So if you're looking to increase your muscle strength, stamina, endurance, lose weight, that's a fantastic patch to wear. Glutathione is another fantastic patch. Glutathione is our own body's master antioxidant. So it is proven with studies that the healthier we are and the longer we live is directly related to the amount of glutathione in our body. Just like stem cells, that decreases over age. So you can take a glutathione supplement, but it maybe after a month it's only going to increase yours by maybe like 10 to 15%. This patch, our glutathione patch, within one time of wearing it, elevates your glutathione by 300%.
Oh, wow. Big difference.
Big difference. Yep, exactly. We have another patch called carnosine, and this carnosine is another antioxidant. And the great thing that I love about carnosine is it detoxifies aluminum out of our brain. If people were to go and research what is something that is consistent across the board with cognitive diseases, Alzheimer's, dementia, aluminum, metals, out of the brain.
I've heard that so much, that the metals are so bad, and we should have, we can get rid of them. Some of them are in our mouth, right, from years and years and years ago.
Yep, exactly.
But this is something that can help you. It is completely safe, right? Yep. And it's backed by your scientists of 20 years that they've been in business.
Yep, so there's going to be 90 clinical trial studies, double-blind placebos, peer-reviewed as well. And one other patch, if I have a minute to tell a story,
absolutely,
is called, so it's the SP6. And what this does is this regulates your body's hormones and endocrine system. So I wear that every day. I've been on thyroid medication for over 15 years, 2 months after wearing. So I started off initially wearing the X39 for my stem cells, the Alavita patch, which is for skincare, and also they have a face cream too, and the SP6. And after 2 months, I'm completely off my thyroid medication. No more hormone replacement therapy either. And my blood work is solid.
So, and you were on it how long?
Over 15 years.
15 years, and now you don't have to be on thyroid medication?
I'm on zero
pharmaceuticals.
Wouldn't it be nice?
You know, it's so funny because maybe I'm repeating myself. I can't remember who I was saying this to, but that doctors, that's what they do, is mask the symptoms. That's something that we wanted to talk about here, was, you know, you're not masking it with this. You really are changing your body's, go ahead.
Yeah, it's getting to the root cause of something. So, you know, the disclaimer is LifeWave patches are not intended to treat, cure, or diagnose diseases, because your body doesn't know what a disease is. Your body knows I know this organ, and I know it's not functioning properly, and so this is how I know to fix it. That's exactly what the patch does. So pharmaceuticals, which are definitely needed in a lot of cases, don't necessarily heal or repair the root cause. The patch doesn't either. The patch signals your body via phototherapy to do that, but your body is really, it's healing your body.
And it's awesome because everybody needs it.
Yes.
You know, and you said anywhere from 2 years old, you put it on your 2-year-old, even though he has them, you're just activating even more. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we're kind of just saying,
extra
like,
boost.
You know, hint, like, he's notorious for diaper rashes. And so when he gets one, it's really painful, so we'll put this carnosine on. Carnosine is also really great for scar tissue. So we'll put that carnosine on his little tushy, and there are these pain patches. They're called LifeWave. We put them on his back. Literally within 10 seconds, he will stop screaming, all the way to, you know, my 88-year-old grandma in the nursing home. Her cognitive function is amazing now. I mean, I talk to her nurses, and they share how different. She wants to get up and ride the bike and work out now, where before she was the unfortunate one that you walk by and she's looking down, sleeping,
Yeah.
you know.
And now she's got
she's spunky.
her spunk in her step.
She does.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
That's awesome. And so it doesn't really matter how old you are. And again, we're activating what you already have.
Yep.
They're just dormant and they need to be alive. Why didn't somebody think about this sooner, right? You know, think about that.
Yeah, so it's funny because I have been around for 20 years, but it's just, I think it's not common practice of, you know, if I feel sick, I take a Tylenol, or I take ibuprofen, or I have high blood pressure, I take this medication. And I don't feel that we're taught as a society of how our body actually works to heal, and what is in nature that God provided us to help our body do that.
So this is a very safe and effective way of doing that, and everyone's getting entered into when she's calling it the dynamic duo. Tell them again what they are.
Yep, so we've got the X39 here, which is activating your own body's stem cells, and we've got the Eon patch, which is going to reduce your body's inflammation. So inflammation loves to eat stem cells, so that's why it's the dynamic duo, to give your body that boost right away.
And it's a 30-day supply, and everybody's getting entered in to win it. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll-free it's 1-866-536-1100. She had said earlier, again, at the Navy SEALs, which is who this was created for originally.
Yep.
Right?
Their energy enhancer patch, which takes your own body's fat and burns it and gives you energy.
Yeah,
Who doesn't
well,
want
anybody that knows, if you've gone onto the Atkins diet, which is basically fat-burning fat,
Yep,
the
exactly.
energy that you have, it's just certainly amazing.
It works the
We're
same
going to
way.
We're going to keep our lines open here for everyone to keep on getting entered in to win the Dynamic Duo. It is a 30-day supply of it. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll-free it's 1-866-536-1100. I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. You can also call her direct. She also does free consultation. She always loves to talk to everybody about it. That's why you wear the patch, so people can see it.
That's right.
She
Ask me
wants
questions.
Ask you to ask questions. Her phone number is 623-826-6783. I say call in here. Get entered in to win this, whether it's for you or someone that you know, that I'm Dynamic Duo for the 30-day supply of it. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. You can also check her out at Facebook at /Rose Vitality LLC.